let's talk. If you have ever taken your child or you're planning to take your child to one of these games for a school event, because I know they do school events, I just had mine not even an hour ago, please stay and watch this video because I think every single parent should know the shit that I have heard. Pardon my French, but it was... But I do want to start by saying that I only had issues with one of the players. The rest of them got the same vibe, except for the little guy. I think his name is Giant. Yeah, he's a really cool guy. We got free stuff from him. He was really nice. So the other ones, especially, he kind of looks like LeBron, just skinnier. He's got a beard, his head shaved. I'm going to try to find a picture. I'm probably going to put it down here somewhere. We're going to be talking about him because whatever. So me and my friend, we decided to sign up for helping out with the Wizards game because my friend was doing it for community service. She asked me to join for funsies, and I said, you know what, whatever. It's a lot of music. My mom and my sister are going anyways. I'll just do it. It was great. Not funded by my school, but it was run by my school. They brought their own stuff or whatever. I was an usher for a little bit. And for the entirety of the game, I was sitting in the souvenirs. I don't know if every school's the same, but the souvenir desk was inside of the gym where they were performing. So, whatever. All the other players, I only interacted with two of the players. One of them was the giant guy. The other guy, I'm going to have to Google it, but it was this guy. I'm probably going to put an image here and whatever his name is. We're going to talk about him. Because the shit that he was saying was just so mean. Whatever. So, obviously, if you don't know who the Harlem Wizards are, they're basically a group of basketball guys, like a basketball team. I don't know if they play in an actual league or anything. They basically go to different schools and they perform, and they play a basketball game against the teachers or whatever. And, yeah, obviously... they're actors on some level, and obviously I expect them to act different when they're not, whatever. But during a show is a bit different. So basically what happened, obviously the audience for this is pre-K and through maybe a few high schoolers, but it's mostly the elementary pre-K realm. There was a little boy, I'm pretty sure he was around 5, I don't know his name. But apparently he asked the guy during halftime, hey, can I get a free ball? Or something like that. Whatever. And the guy was like, oh yeah, I'll see what I can do. Whatever. And obviously when you tell a child yes on some level, or maybe on some level, they're gonna come back and ask you again. Because if you're an actor on any level, or if you've worked with children on any level, you would know that if you say yes to a child and you still haven't given them said thing or whatever, they're going to come back and ask again because they're children. So, he's telling us a bit after halftime, and he was like, 10 to 15 minutes after the show, just start packing everything up because it's their stuff, obviously, that they bring with them for whatever. So we're like, okay, whatever. And as he's explaining what should go where, which we couldn't hear him anyways, a little boy comes up and he's like, hey, so about that basketball or whatever. And he was like, oh, yeah, but he was really rude. And he was just like, oh, yeah, just give me a minute or something like that. He was really rude. And he was like, oh, just go back to your seat. And he was really rude about it. And the kid looked really upset and he walked back or whatever. And I get it if you had a bad day or whatever. But what he said next, oh my god, I was pissed. He was basically said something not along the lines, he said this exactly. I hate it when little kids come up to me and ask me for something over and over and over again. He came up and asked me 5 times. Do you understand how old this child is? And do you understand what your goddamn job is? Your job is to entertain the kids and to make them happy. Guess what, buddy? Guess how many free balls I got tonight? Me and my mom and my sister combined. 3. From the little guy. And you couldn't be nice enough to give him a free ball? How much are these? How much are these made in a factory? They're probably really cheap. They're money hungry. Dude, if you're watching this, you're money hungry and you're an asshole for treating that kid like that. Your job is to make kids happy. Your job is to make them enjoy whatever you're performing, not to upset them. You could have easily walked right where I was standing, because I was right in front of the basketballs, said, hey, excuse me, I need to give this ball. Or, hey, can you get a ball for him? It took 5 seconds. Are you seriously that money hungry and selfish? Do you only care about the money? Because if that's the case, you shouldn't be doing that as your job. Your job is to not only perform, but to make the children happy. Anybody who works with children should know that. Anyways, I was very pissed off about that, but I was still nice. I didn't give him anything as badly as I wanted to. Like, I did my makeup all in your colors for nothing. Like, I'm ashamed to be wearing these colors right now, because you think it's good? You think the story's a little messed up? Yeah, it's about to get worse. So, it's around 9:30ish. It ended at 9. There's still people leaving, because for whatever reason, there's kids that have their older siblings that were helping out, so they're walking out. There's still like VIPs that were leaving because they had like an after show thing, not like a big after show thing. It was just like they stayed later to whatever. I was outside with my friend because we were waiting for our parents to pick us up, and there was a few kids. There was a lot of kids that were still leaving. 5-year-olds, 10-year-olds, whatever. These boys, because I'm sorry, only one of them's a man. And it's the littlest guy, the one that you think would be the most immature, was probably the most mature, because he knew there was a time and a place to talk like whatever and to act like whatever. The rest of you hooligans, the shit that I was hearing, like there was 5-year-olds walking out and I'm hearing, F this, I'm suicide, blah, blah, blah. Like, they were saying a lot of messed up stuff. And me and my friend are right there. I was this close to recording, but I didn't want to do that. I should have, because then it would make my story more believable. But I think you could tell by how angry I am right now. I'm pretty sure you would, whatever. And listen, I get it. If there's no one around or whatever, swear all you want, but there's children that are walking out with their parents, and you're hooting and hollering, and really? I get you're adults, but you're also actors that perform for children. How would a child think if they're watching you perform and be all family friendly, and then they come outside to go home, and they hear you swearing and hooting and hollering? Like, are you serious? Not only that, another complaint I have, this is supposed to be a family-friendly event. You want to know what they played? You want to know what songs they played? I will tell you. They were playing Bad Bunny. And most of his songs, they're not all inappropriate, but we all remember the halftime show, right? You know the first song he started singing during the halftime show about muchas novias? That's what they were playing. Out of all the Bad Bunny songs they could play. They played that in front of a bunch of kindergartners and whatever. And where I live, like on Long Island, if you go on Long Island, you know that there is a large population of Hispanic people, or people that understand Spanish. So most of those parents and children understood what he was saying, and you were dancing to that in front of a bunch of children. Not only that, but there was a lot of weird, suspicious flirting. Like, and I could tell the teachers were uncomfortable. I don't remember which one it was. Again, probably gonna put a picture right here. He was all about ladies, helping girls out. I have a few videos. So in summary, if you are planning on going to a Wizards game soon, you've heard that your school's hosting it soon, please do not go. Do not give them a cent. They're money hungry. They're not mildly, highly inappropriate. Not only just for in general. Their dances are inappropriate. How they talk is inappropriate. They made a race joke. Okay? With one of the teachers, actually, they said, "Oh, look, ice cream, vanilla, chocolate, caramel."
Everybody, 3 scoops of ice cream. Chocolate, vanilla, and caramel. They got no hair.
I'm sorry, I had to add that because that was fucked up. Me and my friend were just looking at each other like, "Are you serious?" But please, do not give them a single dime. Do not give them a single cent. If your school is planning on having one soon or in a few months, try to get it canceled, because trust me, you do not want to have them there. After the stuff that I witnessed behind the scenes, on the scene, you don't want to involve yourself with them. You don't want them advertising for your school. Yeah. That's really all I have to say. If you guys have any questions or whatever, I will answer. I will make a video about it. I love talking about these things because I want to get it out there. I want people to know what they're doing, how they're acting, or whatever. So, yeah. Yeah.